It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Guys, how beautiful is Margaret in person?
Oh, you're so sweet.
So
Thank
gorge.
you. Thank
So
you.
gorge. Well, we know you brought
you.
Joe tonight, Margaret.
I
And Joe's not feeling good, so this
did.
is...
Joe has bad laryngitis. I feel bad. But I slept him out. I know.
He's a trooper.
He's a trooper.
How's Marge Sr.?
Mart Sr. is fabulous.
Is she dating anyone?
She's not dating, but we have to find her somebody. She needs someone smart. She likes someone liberal, someone who likes to have sex. No, I'm not kidding. Mart Sr. always says that. Like, guys her age aren't, like, very limber. That's what she said. I was like, Mom, I'm, like, mortified.
And very single.
Okay, well, I have a question.
Yes.
I know that we watch you on the show. Your house is beautiful, but there's always a lot going on, right?
Yes, always.
Do we have any upcoming renovation projects for Joe?
Yes. I mean, our whole downstairs is done. So now, of course, we're on to the second floor, which I am last on the list. You know how it is? It's like you're married to the guy who does the houses, so of course you're always last on the list. So now we're on the second floor. So it's an absolute mess. And no one's ever even seen, we even have a third floor, but they've never filmed up there. So the house is much bigger than people realize. But this house is 110 years old. And I want everyone to know, because everyone bitched at me. They were like, Marge, fix your house. I moved into that house, well, now it's 5 years, but literally 2 weeks before I got on the show. And we bought it as a long-term project because it was very old, and we were like restoring it as opposed to renovating it. And everyone's like, why doesn't she fix her house? I'm like, I have a business. I'm not just on the show. I do all these other things. You know, so we're taking our time, but thank God the downstairs is done. But definitely now it's the upstairs.
Okay, so it's a work in progress.
Yeah, like me, you know?
Yes. We love that. Okay.
I'm constantly renovating.
Well, we also know you have your amazing book.
Yes.
Your book, Caviar Dreams, Tuna Fish Budget. And if you guys have not,
Now available in paperback.
and if you haven't ordered, now it's on paperback.
Yes,
So,
now it's on paperback as well. There's an extra chapter in the paperback that with Marge Sr., a bonus chapter, I interview her, and some stuff about her background, which you guys saw in this season. So it's great. So there's a bonus chapter in the paperback.
well, and we have to say, obviously, a huge congratulations, but we want to know, after this experience, is there another book or another business venture coming? Like, is there something in the works?
Well, yeah. First, there's two things. If I ever did another book, which I would like to after writing the extra chapter at Marge Singer, I'd love to do a book on mothers and daughters and maybe interview other mother-daughters. Because I always say that relationship is so complicated. It's the most beautiful relationship you have, but also the most complicated relationship. So I would love to do a book on mothers and daughters and interview other mother-daughters. So that's the book I would love to do. And the other venture I'd like to say is I started business with Lexi. It's a mocktail line. They mentioned it at the season finale. It's called Soiree. It's coming out. And I know a lot of Bravo celebrities do beverages, but this is separate really from Housewives because I never drank. I don't have a drinking problem. Everybody thinks that I do, but I don't. I get horrible migraines, and Marge Singer cocktailed a little too much. I witnessed a little too much. So we came out the beverage called Soiree. It's in slim cans. It's also a mixer. It's amazing. It'll be going into Total Wine by the end of June. So it's good. And it's great, and it's a lot of fun, so that's coming out. So we're excited about that.
Wow. Guys, go ask Luann if her Fosé is in.
No. Yeah, and it doesn't taste like alcohol. That's the other thing. It's just like when you choose not to drink, people don't want it to always taste like alcohol. It could be a mixer. So that's why we did it that way.
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
Maybe,
Entrepreneur.
maybe I'll do that and not fall asleep at the table with Captain Sean. That'll be great.
So, Margaret, in the book, you do also talk about building Macbeth Collection.
Yes.
We're curious what your thoughts are on Kim Kardashian's recent advice to women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
No. I feel two ways about it, and I say two things can be true. It was very tone deaf because women work very, very hard, and it was not right thing to say. Women, you know, and listen, I'm going to say this. I get a lot of flack because everyone's like, Margaret's not for stay-at-home mothers. That is bullshit. They just always say that on the show because I always fight with Jennifer. That's not true because I did stay home with my son. I did birth a child. If people don't realize that. We're very, very close. I just leave it, you know, very private. So it's a very tone-deaf thing for her to say because it's not of the moment. Everybody does want to work. The second part is, I think Kim Kardashian also gets a lot of flack because people think she just fell into this. She does happen to be a very hardworking woman. And she employs a lot of people. And she did pass the bar. And people think she just wakes up like that. That's not the way it is. There's no overnight success. So it sucked that she said that, but I also give her a lot of credit to the fact is her and her family have built an empire, and that doesn't happen without hard work and a very big responsibility. And when you have something that large, you don't rest, ever. And that's like working all the time. So that's why I feel two ways about it.
Adam and I are coming for that Kardashian empire.
No, and I was about to say he's literally supporting Kim Kardashian right now. You guys don't even know, but Zack has Skims on.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do. I do.
Yeah.
No.
No slit.
Peeing in a romper and Skims is not easy.
Margaret, I have a question for you because I tried, you know, and this is just like a personal thing that a lot of people don't know, but I launched all-inclusive dating app, and then I wrote a book, and then after that I joined YouTube, and the pandemic hit, and I feel like I've learned so much, but nothing has really been so crazy successful. So I want to ask you, you've been so successful, you're going to continue to be successful. What would you say is probably the biggest lesson you've learned in business?
Thank you, and congratulations on all those things that you've done.
Oh, no, well, they all failed, so thanks.
No, they don't. No, that's, by the way, there's no failure.
Until we did a sold-out Spilling Tea live tour.
Yeah, you have something, yes. No. I also feel there's no failures, but I will say the one thing I learned in business, like I said, there's no overnight success. So if you believe in something, you have to keep doing it. It doesn't happen overnight, and everybody thinks that it does, and that's not the way it is. The first thing I really learned is know what you're good at, but more importantly is what you're not good at, because I suck at the back end of everything. I'm a great front person. I'm super creative. I have the best ideas, but I'm the most disorganized. I'm horrible, like, you know, with money, you know, in the back end. You have to get somebody who's really good at the opposite skill set, and that's the most important thing, because everybody thinks they're great at everything and are control freaks. That's the worst thing for a business, and I do believe that, and that's why I have an amazing team behind me, because I couldn't do it without them. So whatever that is like, that's what you have to have.
No, I love that. I think, Zack, you've been
that's more important than anything.
Zack's been focusing on the wrong back end. This is great.
No, it's true. I mean, that is a very, very important thing.
I love that.
Yeah. So Margaret, Kristen Cavallari recently came under fire. There's a jewelry designer that's suing her for saying that she knocked off their designs. You talk about your lawsuits a lot in the book and how they're really just a casualty of business. A lawsuit doesn't necessarily mean you're guilty of anything. Do you have any advice to Kristen for, you know, what she's going through with her jewelry collection?
Uncommon James. And she's been around for a while. Yeah. I think the bigger you are, the more likelihood you're going to get sued. And people do see you as a target. There's only so many jewelry designs that could go around. I mean, no one's reinventing the wheel when it comes to that, right? I mean,
a butterfly is not original?
I mean, it's just, so the whole point is, you know, well, I mean, I'm sure she has plenty of attorneys and everything else, but it is a casualty of business. That when you become very big, you take it as a compliment that you are on the map and someone is suing you, and it's an unfortunate part of the business. The only advice I could give her is, you know what, it's easy, it's cheaper to settle. That's what I say, because I always said I owed my attorney more than I owed on my mortgage at one point. I was like, this is insane.
So would you say that
that doesn't mean you're guilty, FYI. It's a business decision, and that's true. It is sometimes cheaper to settle.
So would you say, you know, being that now that you're on reality TV, you get a lot of eyes on you, you get a lot of criticism, would you say that it's helped or hurt your business ultimately?
I think being on this platform is helpful to business because everybody gets to know you and things like that. But then also, it has taken me a little bit away from my business. I mean, I have a great team that I work with. The girls that I work with are amazing, but it also does take it away. I don't focus as much as I would like to. but it's also given it great eyes on the business, and it's a great marketing platform, and so many people know about it. So it's in the end, it's helped it. I mean, I will say that when I first got on the show, my lawsuit did blow up. I will say, it cost me a little bit.
I like how Joe's nodding his head back there.
Yes, Joe's like looking at me like yes. So we keep everything else very private.
Okay, well, now, since we're talking about business, I think it's very different because you have a huge platform, right? And
Yes.
we see a lot of housewives who are jumping into business, and I want to know, for any of them, do you have a tip for any of your fellow housewives who are looking to use their platforms to launch a business?
Yes, I feel like I have this issue a lot. I think housewives that truly want to do it don't realize sometimes that it's work, and it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And I feel like everybody gets, listen, housewives, did you get paid to post a lot, right? And that's like fast money, but business isn't fast money. And I think a lot of housewives don't realize that. And anybody could come out with, a product or a skin cream, and slap your name on it. We can't just do a label slap. It has to be something that, I could literally count on one hand housewives that have been successful with products. In that creative business, and which is sad because we've had 100-something housewives, and this is such and such an opportunity to create something. But I think my advice to housewives doesn't last forever. You have to make an opportunity out of this platform, create something that could last if you want to do that. And I think but it doesn't happen overnight, and you have to do something that you believe in, and it is hard work. Being on Housewives is hard work.
Well, great segue.
Okay.
Okay, we know that you guys want the real tea about the housewives from Margaret, and we don't know how comfortable she is talking. And thank you for the business tea, by the way. We love that.
Yeah, but that's true.
No, and I think that there's so many people who are inspired by what you do. And of course, you being on this show, we want to know, because we're all watching.
Thanks.
You guys just had killer ratings.
We had a great season.
Yeah, how are you feeling about this current season?
No, I'm on an amazing cast of women. As much as we fight, going into it, you're always like, oh my God, we're fine. What are we going to argue about? It's like the reality, gods, the internet gave us such a season. That's the way I say, And we're very lucky. We have an amazing production company. We're a great crew. We're very lucky.
Do you stand by everything that we saw from you on this season?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I feel like I'm true to myself. What I say what I mean. If I make up with someone, I do it genuinely. If I hurt somebody, I am truly sorry. It is not beneath me to apologize, like some people on my show. And I do really stand by what I said.
I love that.
We do have a question from our Instagram, Margaret. This one comes from Goddess in Light, and she wants to know, she says, Teresa and you are from different cultures. Do you think this could be causing some of the problems between the two of you?
No.
Have you heard she's Italian?
There was no hesitation.
Well, we're both European. Both our parents, were born overseas. We both come from strong European backgrounds. We're not that far apart in age. She's 50 this month. I'm 55. It's not like we're a different generation. There's not even, there's 5 years between us. I think we grew up very differently. I don't think that's the issue between us at all. I think that I have a very different view on friendship and what friendship means. Her idea of friendship is don't ask, don't tell. And mine is a very intimate level. Anybody I'm very close with, we discuss everything. We're able to talk about everything. Even if we don't agree about everything, it's not off the table. And I truly have never met anybody where things are off the table. Regardless if it's on the camera or not in front of the camera, there was different ways to handle these conversations. No, it is uncomfortable that there was negative things out there about her boyfriend at the time. I don't blame her. I know that's upsetting, but there was different ways to handle it, and I think she mishandled it.
Okay. That was great. Anthony Lario with the snaps in the back.
Snaps.
All right, so we have another question from Instagram. It's from Chris O'Shea, and asked, what was the best time you ever had filming Real Housewives of New Jersey, but also the worst?
Oh, well, I'll start with the worst. Was my first season when I was called an anti-Semite. It was 10 times worse than getting my hair pulled, the stuff flipped on the table, anything that has happened, because A, it was my first season. B, I was married to someone Jewish. My kids were raised Jewish. My son had a bar mitzvah. I was so taken aback because I couldn't believe someone could say something like that. Someone, Siggy, who actually lived around the corner from me when I had lived in Tenafly, who knew my kids. So it was a real low blow and is a calculated move on her part. And what I had said was not an anti-Semitic thing to say. So she had like plotted that because it was weeks after I had made that statement to her. And that was like so, like it got me so in the gut, and I was so disgusted because it was such a strong statement. I mean, I'm glad everybody like had agreed with me. I mean, people from Jewish organizations had written to me and said that was so disgraceful. So in the end, everything worked out, but that was like hands down the worst thing that has ever happened to me on the show. So everything after that, even though crappy things have happened, hair pulls, this, that was the worst. You know, there's so many great moments on the show that I've enjoyed. A lot of, I think, all festive parties and things like that. I did a charity event, the Hospital Heroes charity event, was probably my favorite because my neighbor, Jeff Lipton, who's head of pediatric oncology, it was also celebrating him, who I'm so close to, and seeing those kids, cancer survivors. That was such a feel-good moment for me, and being with those kids. That was probably my favorite thing on the show.
Yes. By the way, when I saw that, and then you made them, you know, the superhero outfits.
Yes, and that company's
was...
still around, Brave Gowns. That's a company that I'm part of. You know, I don't profit. Nothing from that comes to me. It just goes to Brave Gowns so they could get gowns on children's. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm a cancer, so I'm a crier, and that was, you know, very touching. Okay, so we also have another one for you. It's from Suki Denton, 2019. And she wants to know, why continue to do the show? It seems stressful being friends with these ladies.
Well, you know what? Once you're in it, there's so many good times, and it is fun. I would stop doing it when it's not fun anymore. And I think that's really what it is. It is a good time. It is stressful, though. I'm not going to say it's not stressful. But what job and relationship is not stressful? But the good times outweigh the bad times, and that's why I still do it.
Okay, there's your answer, Suki.
Suki.
So, Margaret, Teresa said that she thinks the reason you're prying into Louis is because you're bored with your husband. Any response?
I would like to know. I think that's so funny, by the way. Joe is like probably the least boring person. No, I have a very, thankfully, calm life at this point. At home, very content. I've waited my whole life to meet Joe. It's like I had a beautiful first marriage. I'm not going to say I did. I was married for 20 years because we raised a beautiful family. We were a beautiful family, not a happy couple. There's a difference. Now I'm very lucky. We're a very happy couple, happy family, a lot of peace. I wasn't prying into Louis. I just commented on everything the entire world saw on the internet. You didn't have to look past opening your phone in the morning and, you know, you were blasted from every outlet. I mean, that's your jobs, okay? That's your jobs.
And we're very good at it.
Google alerts, and you're very good at reporting it. No one has to feed it to you. If there's a public report out there, you're finding it.
I know how to Google. I know how to read lawsuits. We don't need the tea straight from you.
My lawsuits, the first season I got out, I'd wake up in the morning, there's Vineyard Vine suing Margaret Josephs, $12 million. I mean, no one was putting my stuff out. That's just the way it happens. If you're on reality TV, your dirty laundry is going to come out. It was out there. We're on a show. You guys, it would be bizarre if no one discussed it. It would be. And it's a normal thing to ask. Of course we were concerned. We're just like, Teresa, aren't you concerned? No one said it was true. No one said anything bad about him. Everybody skirted around it, and I just was upfront about it. And I got, she was mad.
I mean, we saw that. Okay, so I guess that's another great segue. Thank you for just like feeding us.
No, of course.
No, this is great. So what would you say what does it take to be a great real housewife for anyone? Because we get new housewives every year.
Yes.
And you never know who's watching. And they love us, right?
They do. Yes, we love you.
Maybe not all of them, but okay.
No, we love you. I think to be a great real housewife, everybody thinks it's like, oh, you have to have the big house, all the money. You know, I don't think that's the most big thing. I think a lot of girls who are fans of the show are like, I'd be perfect, I'd be this. It's not what you have in your mind. I think it's just being completely authentic, being very raw, being your real self, not be opinionated, and make your opinions known. And I think that's what it is, being authentic to yourself. I really do. And not being afraid of what everybody thinks of you. And, and that's what makes a good housewife.
And taking control of the narrative, right?
Yeah, taking control of the narrative. Like, that's what I always say. I don't understand why people like want to hide stuff or this. I'm like, we're so lucky we have a platform. There's all this crap out there. You could control the narrative and say, well, like, this is what really happened. You're on a TV show and you could say, it's like, well, this is what's happening. And then people are like, oh, don't say anything. I'm like, you people are nuts.
Yeah. Talk about it before somebody else does.
Yeah, talk about it before someone else does. Like, get ahead of it.
The discerning.
Yeah, and if you have dirty laundry, it's totally coming out. Whatever you did, if you're mean to your kindergarten teacher, people are gonna know.
Yeah, the kindergarten's gonna give an exclusive.
Everybody will come out of the woodwork.
It'll be an exclusive on Up and Adam.
Yeah, exactly. No. My kindergarten teachers are probably dead already. So.
So, the discerning critic on Instagram wants to know, Margaret, would you ever do Ultimate Girls Trip, and who would you want to do it with?
Yes, I would do Ultimate Girls Trip for sure. I would love to. I would love to be with. You want me to pick my cast? I'll pick somebody from every city. Okay, let's see. Atlanta, I would pick Marlo. Because I love Marlo. From Potomac, it would be Karen Huger. For sure. Okay, from Beverly Hills, you guys, I don't know if you're going to be... I'd pick Lisa Rinna.
Oh, that would be fun.
I would. I know. People don't love her. But listen, you need somebody who makes good TV. What? Yes, she's... No, make her run. What about... You talk about... Listen, I think she's fun. Listen, I've been around. She's hysterical. I know, but it doesn't... She's good TV. You know,
we can agree to that.
You need someone who makes a party and makes good TV.
She's great TV.
From New York, because Dorinda Reddy just did that show. She's on New York. I'd have to take Sonia. And I'd take Sonia Morgan.
That was not the same response for Lisa. Okay.
What? What'd you say?
I said that was not the same response for Lisa Rinna.
No, not the same response. I know, but just think what a good just think how much fun this would all be. Wait, what's it? Wait, Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, I'd have to take Heather Gay. I would take Heather Gay from Salt Lake. Wait, who am I missing? What's this?
OC.
Oh, OC. OC was tough this year. I would take Shannon Beador. Okay. I would take Shannon. What? Oh, Miami. I love Miami, but I'd have to take Marisol.
Okay. Yeah.
Marisol and I are friends. We're friends before I even got on the show. So I don't know how that even happened. Because of all my products, she would write to me. I'd send it to her. So we're good friends, Marisol.
Okay.
Oh, Marge Senior would have to come in for like snide comments.
No, I love that. That's an Ultimate Girls Trip that I'm ready to watch.
That would be great.
And I don't want to do it at the Bluestone Manor. Maybe your house.
No, we have to go somewhere. But I mean, I'm not one who likes to be in a bathing suit. I like to go to a hot place, but I don't want to be in a bathing suit with all these bitches that work out all the time. You know, they're all like with their fake boobs and no, like, listen, I'm a curvy girl, but everybody's like, I work out, I do this, I'm doing my squats, I had the tummy tuck, I had the liposuction. I'm like, listen, I did my face, that's about all I could do.
You're like, we stopped there.
Yeah, it's like, I'm getting a little lazy. You're so sweet. Well,
all right.
Thank you.
So,
no, thank you. That wasn't for compliments, I'm just saying, I'm like, we all know I'm the known eater of the group.
Okay, so we do want to know, because obviously all amazing things come to an end, and we're not looking forward to it anytime soon, especially not with the ratings you guys have. But what does life look like for you after reality television? And honestly, would you pivot back into running your business full time? Like, how does that look for you?
No, I think I'm always going to work. Marge Singer's 75, she still works. I'll always have my business. I'm really hoping Soiree, that is my goal for that to really blow up. Lexi and I are working very hard on that. So, working more on Macbeth. I mean, my label for Walmart's Candy Couture, that's doing amazing. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have to work as hard because I work so hard on my business now and Housewives, I'm literally exhausted. So not being on Housewives, I'd probably be able to travel more and still work on my business. I'd probably be more relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
That would be it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Margaret, are you ready for some Housewives rapid fire?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, Adam, I'll let you do the honors of kicking it off.
Okay.
Thank you, Zach. That is so kind of you.
I've been very kind to you all night.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. If you could switch lives with one other housewife, any franchise, who would it be?
Probably Kyle.
Okay.
That was easy. I love her wardrobe. She has a hot husband. Nothing personal.
No, look at Joe back there. He's like, be careful.
No, but she I love her decor, just everything there. You know what I mean? And she's a nice person, so I take. Yeah.
Okay.
People love her.
Okay.
Who would you say is the shadiest housewife you've ever met?
The shadiest? I think, truthfully, Nene.
No. Same here.
No, she's shady. Listen, she's a great housewife, but she's shady.
Yeah. I mean, no, but that's okay. You can.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Listen, she's a great housewife, but she's definitely shady.
Yeah. What do you think it takes to do the job? You got to be shady.
Yes.
Any
thoughts on her lawsuit?
Oh.
Well, I don't. You know what?
Maybe we'll pass on that one.
Yeah, I might pass on that one, but I don't bite.
We'll do questions at the end. We have some live stream questions saved for that one.
All right. So our next question, to kind of get away from the Nene stuff. Which housewife surprised you the most, but in a good way? Let's be positive about it.
Which housewife surprised me the most, but in a good way? Phaedra is amazing. You know what? She was at Andy's baby shower, and I didn't know anything about Phaedra. And she is the warmest, sweetest, nicest person ever. She really is. She's a doll. So nice. Remembers everybody's name. Just lovely.
A true Southern belle.
True Southern belle. Which housewife have you had the worst encounter with?
See, he's the negative one, I told you.
The worst
I'm the shady one. I'm the Lisa Rinna.
It's very funny. I didn't think we had a bad encounter, but she commented that she thinks I'm full of myself. Kelly Dodd. But she said that about me. She said I was full of myself at BravoCon. And I was like, what? No, I mean Real Housewives. I know.
That's okay. She's looking for a job right now, so that's okay. All right. So I know this kind of goes back to Ultimate Girls Trip. You picked a cast, but if you could just pick any housewife, one housewife, we're going on a vacation for 2 weeks, who are you trusting to do it? And they can't be from your franchise.
Oh, no, but they're not a housewife right now, but Dorinda.
Okay.
Her and I travel the same places. I love her clothes. She would pick the best place for us to go to. We've been away together, so I'd have to pick her.
Dorinda.
She'll make it nice.
She'll make it nice.
She always makes it nice. Which house husband outside of Jersey do you think is the hunkiest?
I would say Maurizio.
I was about to say, if you name another one, Joe's going to kill us.
I know, Joe's going to kill. No, look at Joe. No, that's two Joes. He's going to kill me. No, because he's dark and sexy, and there is, Maurizio is very handsome.
You better stop getting her in trouble.
What?
Okay. Okay, if you had to
Apollo?
choose...
Yeah, Apollo. I mean, he does have that prison thing. I mean, I don't know. Is there...
He might be better for Teresa.
No. What'd you say?
He said that...
I know.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm the Lisa Rinna.
Okay.
No, Apollo is handsome.
All right.
Who's that? No, that Drew Sidora's husband's good looking. Very good looking.
Oh, yeah. Until he disappears for 4 days and doesn't tell her where he's at.
That doesn't, he's still good looking though.
Oh, yeah. He's good looking. All right. So
that's a problem.
We don't know if he's a cheater. Which housewife, if you had to choose a housewife and you were comfortable going into business with them, which housewife would you choose to go into business with?
Oh, that would be like a Bethany Frankel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to go with somebody who's had a good business.
Yeah.
Bethany in your business.
I mean,
yeah.
Listen, she got a lot of shit for branding her little Volkswagen Bug, but now look at her now. So.
No, listen, she's an amazing business.
NoFilterWine.com.
It's not, the people you pick for your friends aren't the people you have to pick to go into business with. That's just not the way it is, right? You could have the best friends in the world, they could suck at business. And the people you go into business with are, don't have to be your best friends.
That rings so true right now. Okay. So true. Oh, sorry, I'm getting good at it.
He's learning. Which former housewife from Jersey would you like to see back on the show?
I've said this before. Caroline Manzo.
That was a No Filter exclusive.
Okay.
You don't want to bring back Siggy?
What? No. I don't want her in the country. She was a stain on New Jersey. Danielle.
That's saying a lot.
Danielle all day long.
Okay, so Margaret said she'd prefer Danielle Staub over Siggy. We don't even know her last name at this point, so it's good. We'll leave her alone.
Yeah.
All right. Margaret,
That says a lot.
we have a question for you when it comes to the Housewives. If you could switch a franchise, say any franchise aside from Jersey, which Housewives franchise would you go to?
New York.
Oh.
That's easy. It's right over the bridge. I feel like I'm in New York all the time anyway.
Okay.
All right, last rapid fire. Which housewife would you least like to get in an altercation with?
Probably. No, not Portia. I don't feel the way about Portia. No, probably Nene. Yeah, she could scare me.
Yeah, she can be a little scary.
She told me to get out of her face when I snuck into a
Really?
Mariah Carey after party, and I told her, I said, I work for Lisa Vanderpump. She's like, I hate Lisa. Get away from me. And I was like,
oh my God.
And I was like, oh no.
No, because she's like tough. She's tough.
Yeah, she's tough, but I still said to her, I was like, I still love you. You're my favorite housewife.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen,
Kiss
she's
ass.
amazing. She's like, iconic housewife. She
You're right.
She changed the game. She
She did. Where's Jason?
Oh, God.
Jason?
I'm here.
Jason
I'm here.
Derulo. Should we take some live stream questions?
We do. Okay,
And maybe an audience question? Do you
Yeah,
guys
I
have
think we should
questions?
start with audience
For
questions.
any of us? Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have a question in the audience?
Wait, you have to
hold
take
on,
the
you have
mic,
to-
Joe.
He's bringing you the mic.
We need to hear you on the live stream.
We need to cover it on the podcast.
All right, Janelle. I'm going to give you this question.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I'm a big fan, Mark.
Oh, thank you, my love.
Yes. Okay. So, out of all of the houses that we've seen on Jersey, not including your house, which one would you actually live in?
Oh.
I wouldn't live in Teresa's because that's too gaudy for me. That's just my opinion.
Of all the houses I've ever seen on Jersey.
All the houses, including like from Dina's to Caroline's to Jack.
I mean, I'm very big on location because I have to live by the city, and my house is the closest to the city, so this is very tough. Ooh, Joe, this is a tough one. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Melissa has a rental house right now, and I would probably live in that.
Yes. Her house,
Melissa has a rental house.
the Gorgons live in nice houses.
Melissa has a rental house right now in Wyckoff, and it's a great. I told her she should stay there and don't even build a new house, and
Love it.
I would go there.
Okay.
All right, Jason, do we have a live stream question?
Yes, we do. How many seasons do you see yourself in the future on Real Housewives of New Jersey?
Every year, I'm just like, we'll see what happens next year. I can't predict it. Life is so, fluid in the way everything changes. I never know what's going to happen every year. I don't know. I really don't know. I never thought I'd be on this long.
We'll do a smear campaign on Jersey if they don't bring you back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, we will be going into the new season shortly. Rumor has it Jersey will be filming sooner than later. Rumor has it, but nothing has been announced yet. No one knows who's coming back yet. We don't know anything yet. What? If we go down the shore one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains out. If I have to go to one more boardwalk,
I feel like it's a staple now.
one more Funtown Beach, I was like, oh my God, I want to die.
All right, we have another question in the audience. Sarah?
Hi, Marge.
Hi.
You put together things that look great. I would never, I love your home. I would have never thought to put those pieces together. So what kind of tips do you have to, as far as aesthetic and decor? Because I feel like you have really great taste.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Though Jennifer told me it looks like Dr. Seuss threw up in my house, which I thought was a very clever line on her part. But I just feel like, I do have a thing of just like, I do love color and things like that. So I always, my thing with decor is just like, you can mix prints and bring prints in, but it has to be in the same color scheme. So like we just did my the big ballroom living room. So I did black, white, and some blue and green, Kelly green. So I think I like to mix prints a lot, but I just feel like you have to stick in the same color. And you definitely can do that. So that's like one tip I have. But I think everybody's house has to have a personality of themselves. So when you go in my house, you know it's my house. I don't care what anybody says. I hate when you go in a house and it's all gray, white, and anybody could live there. If I walk into someone's house and I'm like, who the hell lives here? Who did this house? It doesn't make any sense. It's like there's no personality at all. I hate that. So I did always bust Jennifer's chops. I was like, listen, when she had her thrones, you knew she lived there. And now she redid it. And, you know, we always argue about style. But the truth is I am trained. I did go to FIT. I did graduate with a design degree. You know, so when everybody gives me lip, I'm like, you know what, you might not love my style, but I am formerly trained. You know,
and it's unique to you, yeah. It's just your personality.
Yes, it's just my personality.
Yeah. Jason, is there
All
another
right.
one?
Do we have
yes,
one
we
more?
have one last question for the night. Sandra?
Hi, love you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks,
so,
Sandra.
because you've traveled so much, if you could go to any country outside of the U.S. and Europe from where you're from, where would you go and why?
Oh, in Europe, you're saying?
No, outside of Europe. and
Outside
the
Europe.
US.
Oh, yeah. Buenos Aires. I've never been to Buenos Aires. I'm dying to go. Everybody says it's so fabulous. And that's where I really want to go. And I was just saying that Joe doesn't realize that yet, that's where I want to go. There and an African safari. That's my big thing. I want to do a photographic safari because I haven't done that, and my family wants to do that. And we said we want to do that as a family with kids. But now we film all summer, and it's just been so hard to get everybody all together. But those are my two big trips I want to do because I haven't really been in South America. I've been all over Europe. I've been so many other places, but African safari in Buenos Aires.
Yes.
Ghana? Yes, I should go to Ghana. That would be great.
That would be amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Margaret Josephs.
Hey!